Listen, kid. Pull up that chair, sit close. Let Grandpa tell you something they don't teach in school. Your salary is not freedom. Let that sink in. The paycheck you celebrate every month. The promotion you post about. The raise you brag about to your friends. It might be the very thing keeping you stuck. Saving money won't make you rich. Working harder won't make you free. And that secure job everyone told you to get, it can quietly become a golden cage. Now come here. I've seen wars, recessions, market crashes, and more once-in-a-lifetime economic disasters than you've had birthdays. And if there's one truth I learned the hard way, it's this. Salary feels safe, but it trains you to think small. I wasn't always this calm old man giving advice. Once upon a time, I was just like you. Bright-eyed, ambitious, proud of my first paycheck, and completely blind. Let Grandpa tell you how I learned that lesson. I was 24 years old when I got my first real job. Suit, tie, shiny shoes. My father shook my hand like I'd just won a war. Stable job, he said. You're set for life. I believed him. Every month the money came in like clockwork. I felt powerful. I bought a better watch, then a nicer apartment, then a car I couldn't truly afford but convinced myself I deserved. And that's when it happened. I stopped asking bigger questions. Because salary does something sneaky, kid. It makes you comfortable enough not to rebel, but uncomfortable enough to keep running. The illusion of security. I thought I was building a future, but really, I was building expenses. Each raise came with a lifestyle upgrade. Each bonus came with a new bill. I wasn't climbing toward freedom, I was climbing a treadmill. Faster, sweating harder, but going nowhere. Then one day the company announced restructuring. That's a fancy word for you're not as valuable as you thought. Overnight, my security disappeared. The paycheck stopped. But the bills, they kept coming. That's when it hit me. I didn't own my time. I didn't own assets. I didn't own income streams. I owned a dependency. And dependency is just another word for control. Listen carefully, kid. A salary trains you to trade time for money, depend on one source, increase lifestyle with every raise, fear losing your job more than chasing your dreams. It rewards obedience, not ownership. Now don't misunderstand Grandpa. There's nothing wrong with having a job, but making your salary your identity, that's the trap. Because when your income depends entirely on someone else's decision, you are not free. After I lost that job, I was angry. Not at the company, at myself. How could I be educated, hardworking, disciplined, and still so fragile? That's when I met an old mechanic named Samuel. Grease on his hands, worn-out boots, small workshop by the railway. But you know what he had? Peace. I asked him once, "Samuel, don't you worry about money?" He laughed. "Boy," he said, "I own this shop. I rent the land next door. I've got 2 vending machines at the bus station. Money works for me while I sleep. Why would I worry?" That sentence changed my life. Money works for me while I sleep. I had been working for money my whole life. No wonder I was tired. The rich don't chase salary. They build assets. Assets are things that put money in your pocket whether you show up or not. A business, investments, rental properties, royalties, digital products, equity. Salary is effort-dependent income. Assets are ownership-based income. And ownership is power. Let me tell you something deeper. The trap isn't just financial, it's psychological. Salary makes you afraid. Afraid to speak up. Afraid to take risks. Afraid to try something new. Afraid to lose benefits. You start negotiating your dreams around HR policies. You postpone ambition until retirement. And by the time retirement comes, energy is gone. Health is fading. Dreams feel distant. You traded your prime years for security. That's expensive, kid. Comfort is seductive. A steady paycheck feels warm, predictable, safe. But growth rarely lives in comfort. Every breakthrough in my life came after uncertainty. Starting my first small business was terrifying. No guaranteed paycheck, no HR department, no fixed hours. But something magical happened. For the first time, my effort created ownership. My risk created upside. If I worked smarter, I earned more. If I built systems, income flowed without me. That's when I understood. Salary has a ceiling. Ownership has no roof. You celebrate a 10% raise, but inflation eats 6%. Taxes take another bite. Lifestyle quietly absorbs the rest. And suddenly you're working harder for the same reality. The system doesn't reward loyalty the way you think. It rewards leverage. And leverage comes from assets. It wasn't when I made my first 6 figures. It wasn't when I bought my first property. It was the day I realized, if I don't show up for work tomorrow, money still comes in. That feeling? Peace. Freedom isn't about luxury cars. It's about options. The option to walk away. The option to say no. The option to choose your time. Salary rarely gives you options. Assets do. But Grandpa, should I quit my job? No, kid. Don't be foolish. Use your salary. Don't worship it. Use it as seed money. Use it to buy assets. Use it to learn skills. Use it to fund experiments. But never let it be your only pillar. Because one pillar collapses easily. Multiple streams create stability. The 3 lessons Grandpa learned. Let me boil this down so you don't have to learn it the hard way like I did. 1, income is not wealth. Wealth is ownership. A high salary with high expenses equals stress. Moderate income with strong assets equals freedom. 2 skills are better than positions. Your job title can disappear. Your skills cannot. Learn sales. Learn investing. Learn negotiation. Learn digital leverage. Skills turn into assets. 3, build before you need it. Don't wait until you lose your job to build a side income. Build when things are calm. Storms are easier to survive when the boat is already strong. Let me confess something. When I was younger, I missed dinners chasing promotions. Missed birthdays chasing bonuses. Missed moments I can't buy back. I told myself it's for the family. But I was chasing validation. Chasing status. Chasing the illusion of importance. Now at my age, nobody remembers my job title. They remember how I made them feel. Freedom gave me time. Time gave me presence. Presence gave me meaning. Don't trade your life for a ladder leaning against the wrong wall. The world is different now. When I was young, building assets was harder. Today, you can build income from your phone. You can sell knowledge, create content, build digital products, invest with a few clicks. The barriers are lower than ever, but the distractions are higher too. Salary feels easier, predictable, but easy now can become painful later. Kid, a salary is a tool, but if you let it define you, it becomes a leash. Don't let comfort steal your courage. Don't let monthly income replace long-term vision. Don't let fear of instability keep you permanently dependent. Build something that doesn't need your constant presence. Because one day, you'll want rest, and your salary won't come with you. Grandpa's final advice. If I could go back to 24-year-old me, I'd say, keep the job, live below your means, invest early, build a side income, buy assets before liabilities, learn how money works, never rely on one stream, and most importantly, chase freedom, not salary. Now tell me, kid, are you working for money? Or are you building something that will work for you? Because one of those paths leads to exhaustion, The other leads to peace. And Grandpa wants you to choose wisely.